Hello, today's 71 out of 100. I am back at my parents' home, as you can tell by the different artwork behind me. Actually, this I painted this. This is actually my painting. Actually, maybe I should take this back to New York. I think I would actually really like to do that. I'm gonna consider doing that. Hi everyone. Today has been a pretty nice day. I woke up pretty early to get to my flight, and flight was, oh man, I had a moment on the flight where I was just like I was a little bit pissed off because for some reason my phone wouldn't let me check in through the app. So I was literally the last boarding spot. Like I was the last possible like boarding group and number basically. And so what that meant for me was that I was not allowed to check my carry-on into the flight, and so instead I had to, I mean, not check in. I wasn't allowed to bring my carry-on onto the flight, so they had me like tag my bag so they would send it to the baggage claim, which like was pretty annoying because like the whole purpose of me packing the way I did was so that I wouldn't have to wait at the baggage claim. And then like that's fine. Like okay, like I was the last person, can't get my bag on the plane, whatever. They said it's full. What am I going to do? But there was a part of me, like, right before I put my bag away, that considered just, like, bringing my bag in anyways, just to see if there was space. But I was like, I'm like the last one. Like, I'm sure they, like, maybe they, like, count the bags or something, and so they know that it's, like, for sure full. But I get on this motherfucking plane, and I'm walking down the aisle towards the back of the plane, and I see, like eight spots open in the fucking things up there that like I could put my bag in. And so like that was pretty annoying because then like the whole flight, well not the whole flight, like the beginning of the flight, I was just like, oh, like I have to wait for my bag at the baggage claim. That's gonna take like another half hour or something. And I felt that like annoyance and frustration, and it was a little intense, and I was like this sucks. I don't want to feel this, and I just like did my best to put those feelings away and just essentially sleep. And so yeah, I basically slept the whole flight, and so that was good. And then when I got off the flight and got to the baggage claim, my bag was like already out. So I didn't have to spend any more time than I would have than if I like didn't check my bag. So yeah, if I got like actually upset for the whole flight during that for that reason, like I would have just gotten upset over nothing. Nothing essentially. So that was nice. Like yeah. And also originally I wasn't planning on seeing my mom when I got here. And the whole reason that I made this trip to Houston a little longer than just a day was so that I can hang out with my mom a little bit. But this morning when I woke up, she messaged me saying that she was on the way to the airport to leave to Korea, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm not going to be able to see her." Okay, like that. Well, well then it's going to be awkward. Like I'm just going to be alone with my dad, which is like fine, but like I like having at least both around. It's just a little like there's more balance in the energies. But yeah, I mean that was another reason my mood is a little bit like lower essentially like going on the plane. But then like later before I boarded the plane, she called me saying that she basically like wasn't going to be able to fly out And then by the time I landed, she had sent me a text saying that her flight was delayed till like the evening, and so she was gonna be home and she was gonna cook me up a meal. And so when I got home, I got to see her, had a nice chat with her, had a great meal, just very sweet, lovely chit chat. And then I said bye and went to work out and was texting a good friend of mine during the workout, which was nice. Also was starting to, I was like, I've been feeling very, like the body dysmorphia has been hitting hard lately. Like I like consciously am aware that I'm the biggest I've ever been in my life, like muscle mass wise. But at the same time, I feel so dejected because I feel like all the work and in the exercising and the dieting that I'm putting in, like I feel like it's doing nothing. But today I was like looking at myself in the mirrors and I was like, oh, like you have some more shape today. And so like I was like, okay, like I feel this way, but I'm seeing this. So one part of me is wrong here, and you know, I know my eyes are seeing like a pretty objective truth, and my mind can be a little devious, lying scoundrel. And so I was like, okay, like I guess I am making progress. But then that just reminded me of the fact that like the reason I'm feeling this way is because I have this mental image of how I want my body to look, and every day that it doesn't look like that, I'm just like, fuck, this sucks. Like, why am I doing this? And yeah, today was just like a good reminder for me to just remember that, this process takes longer than just a few weeks, and that this like mentality, this mindset is uh is just part of the process. Rain, come here. Come here, Rain. Hey, hey, hey. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to continue as much as I can before my vacation. And then once the vacation hits, I'm just gonna try to not stress about it too much and just indulge, because that's the whole reason that I'm doing all this, is so that I can like look sexy and eat like a gremlin in a week. So also, I ran into my cousin towards the end of my workout, and like while we were talking, I could see him like looking at my like shoulders and just like my physique, and like in the middle of it, he was like, "Dude, you look you look crazy different, like from just like a few weeks ago." And I was like, "Right? Like, isn't it kind of crazy?" And also like my mom mentioned something, and also when I got home, like my dad was here, and he like immediately commented on my physique, and like he never says anything about that stuff. So I was like, okay, like I'm feeling pretty good. uh, and so yeah, it felt nice just to have that recognition of like how my physique is changing, and also to like feel that for myself too, because man, like doing all this work, like the dieting and like constantly thinking about what I'm eating and like the macros, and like focusing like a mofo during my workouts, and just like grinding through each of those reps and sets, and like doing all that and then feeling like I'm getting nowhere, like that sucks so much. Oh shit. And so feeling this way that I felt today about my body, like that was a very much needed boost to my drive to continue to do this. So it was nice. I also had like a pretty nice conversation with my dad. And I'm about to sound like a very spoiled little child, but he agreed to buy all the gym equipment that I had looked up for the home gym that we're trying to build. And like, that's gonna be pretty fucking cool. Like I've been looking for this stuff for like I've been thinking about it for months, and it took me like a few a couple sessions of a few hours over a few weeks to find all the equipment, and then like another week or two to get all the quotes. And I've been trying to think about like how the layout's going to be. And he seemed very like a little bit disinterested in buying all that stuff at first, but today he was like, yeah, like let's do it. Just like really, like like okay, like hell yeah. And so yeah, I'm excited about that. And it's good to be back home. Well, like at my parents' home. Very very cozy here. And so yeah, it was a good day. I need to remind myself to take my cello back to New York. I'm gonna be doing that. And I also want to take this thing, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe that's for another time. But I like want it now. I like this thing. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyways, that was my day today. And I believe that's it. So, thank you for watching. And I will be back again tomorrow.